I'm looking to see. Here we're, see if we're going live yet.
It says we are on my end.
Okay, so I can't see it on my phone, but we'll just ask everybody to email us questions. Hi, everyone. It's Michelle from Resident Essentials again, and guess who I got with me? I have the Bill Heinrich, author of The 7 Levels of Truth, who is going to be giving us this fantastic opportunity this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, 4 hours each day, to take his class, Living Your Divine Purpose. Hi, Bill.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing good. I am so ready for some more rain. How about you?
Whatever, it's perfect.
It's all imperfection.
Yeah. It did rain a little bit here today where I'm located in Albuquerque. So what do we want to talk about? I guess some of your people have questions, and you may know some questions that they have.
Yes. One of the things that I know that last time we were on, we were trying to get things together, and our schedules were we were snowballing right into each other. So this time I think we're a little more planned and calmed down, because you had to rush in and I rushed you right into your interview like right away.
That's right.
Because
Yeah,
I had class afterwards.
right. Yeah.
So we had to really kind of mush it all together. One of the questions that everybody had was they were really interested in the class, but they weren't really clear on what the results were. They understood they were going to get to their divine purpose, but they weren't sure how that was going to change their life, or if it was going to help them grow spiritually. And I said, well, of course. And now I'd like for you to tell them, of course, and how that's going to happen.
Well, first I want to say this. It's impossible to explain what's going to happen. It's impossible. And here's why. Because everything I teach in this class, everyone already has in them. They're just using it the wrong way. So when I talk about living your divine purpose, no one in 10 years I've ever worked with understood it, and everyone was blown away at how rapidly their life changed, how much more power they had, and the things that they were able to accomplish immediately. Now, I know that sounds strange, but I've worked with clients from all around the world. In fact, I have one fellow who is one of the biggest affiliate connections in the world that I worked with, Tim Johnson, who lives in Indiana. And I worked with Tim, and he came back to me after working with me 7-8 months later, and he literally called me an SOB. He said, he said, I was going to prove you wrong, because I told him, I said, don't bother to tell people. He said, it is impossible to explain to people. He said, however, everybody keeps asking me what happened to me, because he changed so much.
Well, and right there, I think, is the key. The word change. I know a lot of people who go, I don't want to change. They like being stuck in the status quo. They like being stuck in the drama, and you're perfectly fine leaving them there, are you not?
Well, I'm
what
not
they want.
I'm not here to convince anybody of anything.
Right.
Period.
So it's people who are looking for answers, is what I'm hearing you say, to looking for a way to make their life more fulfilled, more connected to the positive flow of abundance, because abundance is in so many areas. You know, if we take the stress of our income off, then we have more opportunity to appreciate our families. But if you're stressed out over money, you know, every time somebody accidentally spills the cereal box, you're going to be going, that was the last of the cereal.
Okay, So let me address that. Okay.
Okay, great.
People are living life with a blindfold on. And the very first section in the class is about surviving or thriving. And if you're stressed out over money, you're living in lack and you're surviving. And you can make a change like that into, rather than living with your five senses stuck in the physical, I can show you how to access 7 resources that give you access to all of your multisensory power. But if you're just going to live and be worried about income, and if you think abundance is income, you are wrong. Abundance is a way of breathing. It's understanding that the universe is unlimited in resources. You have to be open for them. If you're spending your time living in lack, worried about money, you're just going to suffer the rest of your life. Okay. When people
Right.
see me, when people see me, they think I'm wealthy beyond belief because I live such a free life. Nothing's further from the truth. In fact, if I made a gratitude list, money would not be on it.
Well, and that's exactly what people don't understand. When you're living the life that you're meant to live, everything shows up when it's supposed to, on time and in perfect balance,
The
because you're the
universe,
creator of your
the,
world.
Michelle, the universe is perfect. The only thing wrong with it is everybody's perception of it.
Right.
That's
Absolutely.
the only thing wrong with it. So the very first section in the class, I go through surviving versus thriving. Then I get into living in 2 different dimensions. And then I go into stories and beliefs. And we're going to spend the first day doing the challenge wheel, something that I developed that shows you exactly what's blocking you, standing in your way and holding you back. I take clients through that. They are blown away with the clarity that they get about their life, because you can't make a choice if you don't have awareness.
Right. Well, you can. It just doesn't actually
No,
be beneficial.
no. What you're doing then is you're making decisions, because
Okay,
you're
that's
stuck in
fair.
the you're stuck in the physical, and what you're doing is making a decision. And decision, the Latin root of that means final. And
Right.
it comes with stress. You can't change it. The fact of the matter is, we're the only creatures in the universe that have free will and choice. And when you're living stuck in the physical, you're going to live a life of suffering, guaranteed. If you want to come to this class and have me convince you of what to do, stay home. If you want to live in a state of expansion, I will blow your mind, guaranteed. In fact, you come to the class, and if I don't blow your mind, you can have your money back, because that's how powerful this is. It is impossible to explain this. Impossible. But I can tell you this, it's going to be a power pack weekend. We're scheduled to go 4 hours both days. I guarantee you we'll go longer than that, because I know people are going to have questions, and I'm here to empower other people so they can go empower others. This isn't just going to change you, it's going to change everyone around you, because you're going to be able to access your authentic power, your authentic self-expression, the real 100% deal. Now, what comes with that is more responsibility, because what people are really afraid of, and I've been doing this 10 years, what they're really afraid of is their power. They aren't afraid of suffering any longer. What they're afraid of is that they're going to have to become responsible
Right.
to live in their power. And it's
I get it.
just like Marianne Williamson said in A Return to Love. Many people credit this to Nelson Mandela, but it's actually in A Return to Love from Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear isn't that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure. We ask ourselves, who am I to be talented, fabulous, wonderful, and incredible? Who are you not to be? You're a child of God. We were all born to make manifest all of the power and gifts inside of us. That's exactly the way that goes, or very close to it. And I have witnessed this time and time again.
Well, but I think that people, we came from the Victorian, our parents were the Victorian thought process, the Piscean age, where it was, you have to work hard
Right.
to be wealthy. You have to earn. I've even heard it said, you don't deserve to be happy because you have done bad things in your past. And I tell people all the time, that's Deuteronomy in the Bible, eye for an eye, which is totally not in with understanding the laws of karma. So I get it. And I want to say thank you for sharing that thought just as clearly as you did, because so many people don't understand. This isn't about earning. This is about owning our part, our responsibility in our life. Our decisions.
In the second part, I talk about living in two dimensions. We live in the physical and we live in the non-physical. And the non-physical is a universal perspective that only operates on one thing, a vibration.
Right.
That's it. And that vibration runs the physical.
Right.
And that vibration is where karma comes from. Karma doesn't come from the physical. What shows up in the physical is a manifestation of your vibration. And when you live with a blindfold on and you're making decisions based on who you aren't, you're stuck in the physical. And when you understand the pieces, and again, everybody that comes to this, they have all of the pieces already inside of them. Like our 7 divine gifts are the energies that run through our chakras. But what happens is we think if we clean the chakras, we're going to be good. No, you have to understand the energies, and you don't have to understand the power of the divine gifts. What you have to understand is what they look like when you're using them incorrectly, because that's your experience in the physical. So because of that, like one of the gifts is divine order. If somebody has divine order, they're terrified of chaos, they're terrified of conflict, and they hate it when somebody's not happy with them. Now, they think it's intellectual. It isn't. This is an energetic physical experience. And when you learn about divine order, what you learn is you bring harmony, balance, love to everything in life. And if you'll step towards the conflict with that energy, everything dissolves. Boom, it's gone. But when you don't know what it is, you feel it's like somebody sticking needles in you. And you're like, I can get my ass out of here. Listen, I've been doing this 10 years. It's amazing what happens.
Well, and the thing I think that people they don't understand, they want the magic pill. They want the antibiotic for their spiritual awareness. They want it now, but they don't want to do the work. They don't want to attend the class. They don't want to embrace because
let me tell you why.
To change, but if they change, then they might lose somebody in their life. They might, the relationships might change, and it's okay because there's many more coming.
The truth of the matter is this, okay? That does happen. In fact, there's a quote, I have a quote of mine in the 7 levels of truth. And the quote goes like this: you don't move to a new neighborhood and bring all your old neighbors.
Right.
But what happens is, because once you understand who you are, the dance changes, okay? Right. But when you're living in the physical, you're creating conflict. And people are pointing you. But when I activate your divine gifts, when you come from love, the dance changes, but the energy changes the environment. And where the dance changes with the other people, they're attracted to the energy. It's totally different. Is everybody going to stay? No, because people get afraid of that energy. I run into it all the time. I know how to move this energy. I do it all the time. And there's people that say things to me that are pretty funny because I'm connecting with their soul and they're trying to use their logic to understand me, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. But they feel good, and they'll even say stuff like, they'll be around me and go, "Oh, that's a really beautiful shirt you're wearing," or something like that, because they're trying to like make a
Process.
intellectual interpretation of what's going on, how they feel, why they're attracted to me. But it's all energetic, and this is what I teach in the class. So I guarantee you, the people that are supposed to be there will be there. If somebody comes and they're looking for me to convince them of something, they can stay home, because I don't care. I tell all my clients this: I could care less what your results are. I'm going to show you all the tools that you have inside of you. I'm going to show you how to let the pieces just snap together, but you have to make the choices in your life. I'll give you the blueprint that you'll use the rest of your life, but you have to make the choices. I can't make the choices for you.
Well, I know that we're supposed to hear, speaking of coming to the class, I want this to be real clear. So I want us to, sidetrack for a minute and talk about the fact that, yes, we are going to be able to have some people in the classroom.
Cool.
We're able to socially distance. Right now it says no more than 4 or 5.
Okay.
So we can socially distance, but this isn't just for Albuquerque, because
No.
we're going to Zoom this, and we're going to set you up on Zoom so that you're going to be teaching the class and the Zoom is going to come through so they can tell their friends and family. Maybe they have somebody in their life, a sibling or somebody who's really struggling right now.
Listen, one of my guarantees is I can change anybody's life in 60 minutes. And that's a guarantee. This is going to be broadcast on Zoom. In fact, I'm one of the executive directors at Speakers Pathway. We've talked about that. And we came up with this great idea this weekend. And we've now, we're introducing a new 6-minute webinar. Okay.
Oh, nice.
This is so cool. And it's about the class. So starting tomorrow, I'm going to be doing advertisement around the world with this 6-minute webinar for the class. I'm sending it out on Facebook. I have 5,000 followers from all around the world. I've got, I don't know how many thousand in my email list. I'm sending it out to everybody tomorrow. So, I mean, I have clients in Australia, Switzerland, Israel, Australia, Canada. I can go on and on and on. So yes, people can come in from anywhere in the world for the Zoom class. It's very important that they're in a place where they won't be disturbed, because they will get just as much impact as the people that are with us live. Okay. Just as much. And everybody that comes, what I'm going to be doing is recording it, and I'll upload it with a private link to YouTube where they can go back and watch it. I'm going to do that for a short period of time, because we're going to cover a lot of information. And what's fascinating about this information, this isn't like a blanket I throw over everybody. I'm going to be working with individual people like that. We're just going to go, 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 go. So, and it's going to be very interactive. And as I'm working with someone and they're talking about some of the things that are blocking them, stand in the way, or holding them back, it's going to help other people. And the same, we all have different divine gifts. We all have different life lessons. So this is tailored specifically for each individual person. And on Sunday, we're going to go through where I activate the divine gifts for everybody. And we're going to go through their individual divine gifts. And with that, they get a printed 7-page document about their divine gifts. And we're going to go through life lessons, and they get a 4-page document on that. And I'm going to have documents from the first day on surviving versus thriving, the challenge wheel, living in 2 dimensions. We're going to cover a lot of information, but this is not an intellectual class. This is a class where our souls are going to come together and you're going to find out what your authentic self-expression is. Like right now, I'm not thinking about what I'm saying. What I'm saying is just coming from my soul. I don't care what direction this call goes because I'll be directed. I'm going to be directed to make sure that the information is what source feels people need to hear. So I never
And
come
the
in and do anything
persons that need
structured.
to hear it, right? The persons that need to hear it are going to
Right.
hear it. If this is something, we all operate, well, I shouldn't say we all. I know you and I operate on the premise that we show up, we do the work, and those that need to hear it, hear it. And those that
Everything's perfect.
don't realize that
Right.
it's even happening. So I want to go to tell everyone, we're going to be posting the registration link below this video once I get it uploaded to Facebook. I mean, yes, it's going to be on the Facebook Live. So I'm going to post the link to register. Is there
And
anything anybody needs?
I'll also post the this new 6-minute webinar, which goes through.
Okay, good.
It's very quick. It's really good information. You're going to ask, does anybody need? What were you going to say? Just...
I don't know. Evidently, it didn't need to be said.
Okay.
But we also want to make sure that on the event, you post that video on the event itself so they can find that 6-minute video on Resonant Essentials Facebook page event for finding your true life purpose.
Yeah.
So that it's there too, and if you'll tag me.
Okay. And when we get off, you can tell me how to tag you so it shows up there. Yes. I want to address religion. This always comes up. Because
I'm an anti-religionist, to be careful now.
Okay, great. That's perfect. Okay. It doesn't matter what religion you are. It doesn't matter what beliefs you have. This is about a universal perspective, and it's about your soul's purpose on earth. Everything I teach, I've worked with people that are staunch Catholics, Jewish, Buddhist, I've worked with them all. This will enhance every aspect of your life because it only deals with your energetic value. That's all it deals with. So if you are a person who is into faith and belief of religion, which is perfect, I don't have any problem with that at all. This will escalate your experience in every area of life. This is all about expansion of every area of life. Expansion. When you live in the physical, it's all about limitation.
Right.
And, it's just learning about energy and how to work with energy and what energies not as much are in you. What all we want to really know is what are the contaminants you're dealing with. So when you see them, you can tell energetically, I'm headed down the wrong path. I'll step over to this path. And just by doing that, my life is going to improve. That even includes doing nothing, but knowing you're going, because there's 38 different life paths. There's just millions and millions of combinations of these. And I'm going to give everybody their specifics on them. Okay. So I will go on a limb and say that after you go through this weekend, you will say this is the most exciting seminar you have ever done. Okay. I'll be shocked if you don't.
Heavy critic here.
Well, let me tell you, we're going to shatter it.
Well, I can tell you that you and I have had enough conversations that I know I'm going to love it.
Yeah.
So I can't wait. I've procrastinated. I need to get registered.
No, you're in, you're set. You don't have to, no, you're good. Don't worry about that. You're hosting it.
Well, thanks. I have struggled so much with computer stuff that I'm hoping that that's one of my limitations you remove for me.
It may not be. It energetically may create more problems every now and
Hey
then.
now.
My computers just go crazy, right? Just because of the energy.
Hey, you
But
need to
it's all
stop that.
perfect.
Don't tell me. I
Yeah,
know. I agree.
it's
I
it's
can't wait
it's the
I
truth.
can't wait for this weekend. And I want everyone who is impressed. Here's the other thing I want to make clear. You talk about working in the physical and the non-physical. There are so many people out there. Oh, sorry, my dog's hanging out by the door begging to get in. So what I want to tell everyone is this isn't about going to the fourth dimension. This is about living here on Earth, completing this life so that they follow their destiny. Thank you.
Let me address that. Right. You are absolutely correct. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience. And what people do is they go out into other dimensions, and they do that via meditation, all different types of protocols that they use to do that. But the problem is you're not of any earthly use when you do that. This is about letting the energies of our divine purpose flow through us, and we float every thought, word, and action in the physical with them. And that's how you create miracles. We are on earth to learn lessons, and we're going to learn those lessons to the day we die. It will not change. This will not make your world perfect, but what it will do is it will give you it will create a blueprint to live by, and it will also give you tools to use, which are going to allow you, when you get into situations that used to baffle you, that used to stress you, that used to cause all kinds of issues with you, you're going to be able to resolve them like that using your divine gifts and your power.
Which is exactly as it should be, because we are due the many thousands of years of peace. We're raising our levels of consciousness, and we're making the vibration higher. This isn't about going to some other dimension. You're not going to wake up breakfast one morning, open the door, and see a whole nother world.
You're going to see a whole nother world.
You're going to live this other world within, so it's expressed without in the world you're in right now.
Yeah, and I'll guarantee you that on Sunday you are going to see the energy just go off the charts. Okay, I guarantee it. But we're going to stay in the physical with the energy and hang out in that unconditional love that's authentic, because it's our true soul to soul connection. It's so different. It's so different. We are here just to use these gifts to be of service to others for the benefit of all involved. That is our purpose. So people tie their purpose to the physical, and that's not your life purpose. Your life purpose is actually energetic, and you can use it in any profession. And when you understand it, it's going to change your life for sure.
So let's talk to everyone about how to register, because we're gonna make this video short so that everyone gets registered. I want to qualify this. If we book this out, we may ask Bill, because he's going to stay in Albuquerque till probably sometime later May and June, somewhere in there, that we can maybe convince him to do it again. So if y'all will don't get in. It's only 50 people going to be allowed in this particular seminar this time. If you guys want to get in, then we may offer it again, but there's no guarantee. So you want to get registered to make sure you get in this time.
And the answer to your question is, wherever I am, I can do it again, because I can always come in on Zoom, or or I'll just fly in and do it. Okay, that's easy. Very, very simple.
Well, and that's it, is we want to make this, I think that what we're coming to in this world right now with the way a lot of people have so much fear around what this world is going to look like. I think if they come in and they have their gifts released and they start owning it, that fear is going to change everything for them. And by them releasing that fear, their light becomes brighter. They'll affect their entire world, their families, their friends, and it'll change too. So we want to get them registered. We have, when is there a cutoff date? When's the last possible minute that they can register?
Well, it would, I mean, honestly, it'd be Friday.
Okay.
I don't play any games with my classes. Okay. We are limiting this to 50. I just tell people the truth. The people that are supposed to be there are going to be there. And I guarantee you the people that are there are going to thank their lucky stars, because it's going to make that much of a difference.
Didn't you tell me that there was some paperwork they were going to need to fill out once they register? Is that online?
Yeah, I'll take care of that. Right. I can
Okay.
actually, can you put your headset in? Because we're getting feedback. Is that possible?
Yeah, unfortunately, it died on me, so I'll try and see if it'll boost back in, but.
Oh, okay. Well, if it does, great. If it doesn't, we'll go without it. Yeah, no, I'll take care of that. But the thing I want to, you would talk about activating their divine gifts, releasing fear. In a sense, it will, but the truth of the matter is it won't. What I'm going to do is show them where the fear comes from, and they get to make a choice. It's real simple.
There you go.
You've got to make a choice to be responsible. Like, right now with this pandemic, and you talk about people being in fear. Let me tell you where I'm at with this pandemic. Okay. This is the most exciting time of my life. Because
I really enjoyed it too.
This is no different than any other time. Our lives are out of control. When you live in the physical, you're being controlled and suffering. But when you come energetically, there's no pandemic in energy now.
Right.
That's only in the physical. So I'm manifesting and creating things right now in the future that are just going to be mind-boggling. And it's great because there's so many people in fear. The energetic highways are pretty empty right now, right? You can really blast it. So it's, to me, this is literally the most exciting time of my life, because this is just something going on in the physical. Oh, it's sad. I'm sorry that it's happening, but everything happens for a reason. We'll learn our lessons from this. I'm staying safe. I've had to cancel my book tour. I'm in Albuquerque. I have no idea where I'm going or when I'm going there. None whatsoever. In fact, we were talking about that before. I'm paid through June 2nd at this time. What I'm reading in the papers now, I think I might sit still for June too, because I like, there's no reason for me to go out in the chaos. I'm sitting here in a beautiful spot. Everything's great. I can attract it. Yeah, I can attract everything to me. I don't need to go get it. It comes to me because I'm sending out this powerful energy that attracts it in. And that's the way the universe works. So if people want to register, we'll put the link below, but it's livingyourlifepurpose.me, M-E, www.livingyourlifepurpose.me/register now. And we'll put the link in there. We'll put that webinar, it's a 6-minute webinar that really explains the class. That's going out in both YouTube ads and Facebook tomorrow. That same webinar is being sent out to my list and all my Facebook people. So we do have a limit of 50 people. We'll see how many show up. Whatever number it is going to be perfect. And I guarantee you,
agree.
I guarantee you, the people that come are just going to go, oh my God, like this is amazing. Because that's the results I get every time I work with people, every time, because I have figured this out. This is not ego. This is nothing except just the pure truth of what results I have. In fact, on the landing page where you register is one of the top copywriters in the world for internet marketing. And he gave me an unsolicited testimonial, and it starts out, my secret weapon for the last 3 years is me.
And that's great.
Because
What you
because
do,
his
my secret weapon.
yeah, his life has changed so drastically. It's just like people can't even explain it to you. It's, you have to experience it. So if you have a doubt and you're not sure and you need to be convinced, this isn't for you, because I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm going to teach some powerful, powerful things. You get to pick and choose what you want to take and use in your life, because you have full control, free will and choice in your life. But I'm going to give you a lot of information that's going to be pretty amazing.
Well, I think that I can't wait for it to happen. Let's end it now and tell everybody that we're going to put the links down below this video. I'll do it as it comes in. I'll do it in the next few minutes. And send me the webinar, tag me in it, and let's get this thing rolling. I can't wait for this weekend. I am so excited.
Yeah, I want to say one more thing. If somebody comes and they aren't sure, okay, this 100% money back guarantee is the real deal, okay? But I also want to let everybody know there's no hiding out in this class, because I read energy. So if somebody's sitting there doubting and not sure, I can see it like that, and I'm going to get right to the bottom of it with them right away. It isn't a confrontation. I can see and feel the energy. So it's like, what's disturbing you? What's going on? What belief do you have that's keeping you from this? And then they get to make a choice. Is this good for them? Should they stay? Should they not? It's real simple. But nobody's going to come and hide out, even on Zoom. Can't do it.
Right. I hear you. I hear you. So there you guys go. Be prepared. Be prepared to take control of the rest of your life.
Fasten your seatbelts.
Right. We're ready for takeoff.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for popping in this evening. I can't wait for the class.
Well, I'm excited to do the class. We're going to have so much fun. I guarantee you're going to love every minute of it.
Well, I'm going to laugh is when the changes happen for me and I'm going neener at everybody who didn't take the class. Just saying. I have no shame, none at all.
Yeah, well, believe me, everyone will see the difference, because the physical, the energetic difference is so powerful, so powerful. And it's just, I mean, you've dealt with me enough. Like, I don't get riled. It's just, I just work from an energetic value, looking at energies. And when you do that, you can get to the truth in seconds. When you live in your mind, you're using reason and logic. It's all from the past. You're just regurgitating trouble. And people are going to learn this.
Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
A different result, yeah.
All righty, dear. My headset.
Well, we better cut it off, because I can just keep going.
Well, my headset cut off, and I'm sure I'm driving you nuts with the feedback. So everyone, we will talk with you soon. Email me or send me a message through Facebook if you have any other questions, and look for the link. Bill, thank you.
Thank you. I look forward to meeting everybody this weekend. We're going to have some fun.
We are. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.